Hey everyone, welcome back to Biz Builders. So, if you're thinking about starting an LLC in 2026, you've come to the right place. Whether you're launching your first business, turning a side hustle into something official, or just want to protect your personal assets, forming an LLC is one of the smartest moves you can make. Now, I know the whole process can feel overwhelming when you're just starting out. There's a lot of information out there, and honestly, some of it is outdated or just plain confusing. So today I'm walking you through everything you need to know to start your LLC in 2026, step by step, in plain English. We'll cover what an LLC actually is, why you'd want one, and exactly how to get yours set up properly. Plus, I'll share some insider tips I've learned from forming multiple LLCs over the years. Before we dive in, if you want professional help with your LLC formation, I'll have my recommended service linked in the description where discounts will automatically be applied. But let's start with the basics so you understand exactly what you're getting into. So, first things first, what exactly is an LLC? LLC starts for limited liability company, and it's basically a business structure that protects your personal assets while giving you flexibility in how you run your business. Think of it as a protective bubble around your personal stuff, your house, car, savings account, that keeps them safe if your business runs into trouble. The limited liability part means that if your business gets sued or goes into debt, creditors generally can't come after your personal assets. They can only go after what's in the business. That's huge protection that you don't get as a sole proprietor. But here's what makes LLCs really attractive. They're much simpler than corporations. You don't need a board of directors, you don't have to hold formal meetings, and the tax situation is usually much more straightforward. For most small business owners, it's the perfect sweet spot between protection and simplicity. Now, why would you want to form an LLC? Well, there are several compelling reasons. First, obviously, is that liability protection we just talked about. But there are other benefits too. LLCs can help you build business credit separate from your personal credit. This can be valuable when you want to get business loans, credit cards, or even just establish relationships with suppliers. Having an LLC also adds credibility. Customers and partners often take you more seriously when you're operating as a legitimate business entity. From a tax perspective, LLCs offer flexibility. By default, single-member LLCs are taxed like sole proprietorships, and multi-member LLCs are taxed like partnerships. But you can also elect to be taxed as an S Corp or a C Corp if that makes sense for your situation. This flexibility can potentially save you money as your business grows. LLCs also provide privacy benefits. Instead of having your personal name and address on public business records, you can use your LLC's information and a registered agent's address. So, who should consider forming an LLC? Honestly, almost anyone who's serious about their business. If you're a freelancer, consultant, online seller, real estate investor, or running any kind of business where there's potential liability, an LLC makes sense. Even if you're just starting out and not making much money yet, forming an LLC early can be smart. It establishes your business structure from the beginning and protects you as you grow. Now, let's get into the actual process of forming your LLC. I'm going to break this down into clear, manageable steps. Step 1 is choosing your business name. This is more important than you might think. Your LLC name needs to be unique in your state. You can't use a name that's already been taken by another business. Most states also require that your name includes LLC or limited liability company somewhere in it. When picking a name, think about the future of your business. Avoid names that are too specific to one product or service unless you're sure you'll never expand. Also, check if the domain name is available if you plan to have a website. You can check name availability on your state Secretary of State website. But here's a pro tip. Even if a name is available, it might be worth doing a broader search to make sure you're not stepping on any trademarks. Step 2 is choosing your state. Most people should form their LLC in the state where they live and operate their business. Despite what you might hear about Delaware or Nevada being better, for most small businesses, your home state is the right choice. It's simpler, and there usually aren't any real advantages to forming elsewhere. Step 3 is selecting a registered agent. Every LLC needs a registered agent. This is the person or company that receives legal documents and official correspondence on behalf of your LLC. You can be your own registered agent if you have a physical address in your state and you're available during business hours. However, many people choose to use a professional registered agent service. This keeps your personal address private and ensures you never miss important documents. Professional services typically cost around $100 to $150 per year, and honestly, it's often worth it for the peace of mind. Step 4 is filing your articles of organization. This is the official document that creates your LLC. You file it with your state Secretary of State office, along with a filing fee that typically ranges from $50 to $300, depending on your state. The articles of organization include basic information like your LLC's name, address, registered agent, and sometimes information about the members. Some states let you file online, which is usually faster and more convenient. Step 5 is getting your EIN or employer identification number. This is like a social security number for your business. You need it to open a business bank account, hire employees, and handle taxes. The good news is that getting an EIN is free if you apply directly with the IRS online. Step 6 is creating an operating agreement. Not all states require this, but I strongly recommend having one. An operating agreement outlines how your LLC will be run, things like ownership percentages, how decisions are made, and what happens if someone wants to leave the company. Even if you're the only member of your LLC, an operating agreement helps establish that your business is separate from you personally. This strengthens your liability protection. Step 7 is opening a business bank account. This is crucial for maintaining your LLC's liability protection. You need to keep your business and personal finances completely separate. Most banks will require your EIN and articles of organization to open a business account. Step 8 is getting any necessary license and permits. Depending on your business type and location, you might need additional licenses or permits to operate legally. This could be anything from general business license to industry-specific permits. Now, here's where a lot of people get overwhelmed, and honestly, I don't blame them. There are a lot of moving parts, and each state has its own specific requirements and procedures. One mistake can delay your formation or even cause legal problems down the road. This is why many smart business owners choose to use a professional formation service. A good service handles all the paperwork, makes sure everything is filed correctly, and often provides ongoing support to keep your LLC compliant. I've used several different services over the years, and one that consistently stands out is Northwest Registered Agent. They've been around since 2005, so they have a proven track record. What I really like about them is their focus on doing LLC formation and registered agent services really well, rather than trying to be everything to everyone. Their process is straightforward, their customer service is excellent, and they provide ongoing compliance support. Plus, they're very transparent about their pricing, no hidden fees or surprise charges. Whether you choose to DIY your LLC formation or use a professional service, the most important thing is making sure it's done correctly. Your LLC is the foundation of your business, so it's worth investing the time and money to get it right. Let's talk about some common mistakes people make when forming LLCs. First, choosing the wrong name or not checking availability properly. Second, not understanding their state's specific requirements. Third, forgetting to get an EIN or not opening a business bank account. And fourth, not creating an operating agreement. Fifth, not staying on top of ongoing compliance requirements like annual reports. These mistakes can range from minor inconveniences to serious legal problems, so it's worth being careful and thorough. After your LLC is formed, there are ongoing responsibilities you need to stay on top of. Most states require annual reports and fees to keep your LLC in good standing. You also need to maintain proper records, keep your business and personal finances separate, and make sure you're complying with any licensing requirements. The good news is that LLCs are generally pretty low maintenance compared to corporations, but you do need to stay organized and keep up with your obligations. Let's also talk about taxes, because this is where a lot of people get confused. By default, single-member LLCs are disregarded entities for tax purposes, which means the IRS treats them like sole proprietorships. You report your business income and expenses on your personal tax return using Schedule C. Multi-member LLCs are treated like partnerships by default. The LLC files an informational return, and each member reports their share of profits and losses on their personal tax returns. But here's where it gets interesting. You can elect to have your LLC taxed differently. You can choose S-Corp taxation, which might save you money on self-employment taxes if your LLC is profitable enough. Or you can choose C-Corp taxation in certain situations. The key is understanding your options and making the choice that makes sense for your specific situation. This is definitely an area where it's worth consulting with a tax professional. So there you have it, everything you need to know to start your LLC in 2026. Whether you're protecting a growing business, legitimizing a side hustle, or just planning ahead, forming an LLC is one of the smartest moves you can make as an entrepreneur. If you want professional help with your LLC formation, make sure to check out my recommended service using the link in the description below, where discounts will automatically be applied. They'll handle all the paperwork and make sure everything is done correctly so you can focus on building your business. If this guide helped you understand the LLC formation process, hit that like button so other entrepreneurs can find this information too. Subscribe to Biz Builders for more business formation tips and strategies. And drop a comment below letting me know what type of business you're planning to start with your new LLC. I'll see you in the next video, and good luck with your new business venture.